Mr. Applewhite.
What's up?
I'm sorry that I've been gone. I've been helping my mom open up her daycare lately because she's been needing help with that. But that's why I'm gone. But is it fine? Like, cause I'm driving right now. But what is it? I'm at I'm like not at home right now. Like, I just wanted to use my Google Meet thing right now so I could call you to let you know that I'm not gonna be able to come to class today. Is that fine or? That's...
Yeah, like I know that there's things that are going on. Just make sure that you're doing the study guide and
I already did.
You did?
I finished the study guide. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Like, I just want to let you know because I don't want to seem like I'm just missing your class for no reason. I've been helping my mom out lately with her business, and that's why I've been missing class.
Okay. Shoot me a message and let me know what days that you did that, so I can change it in the grade book.
All right, no problem, Mr. Applewhite. See you.
All right, be safe. Alright. Today is the 21st. Alright. So for those of you who want to watch on YouTube Live, here's the link. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take roll. So Alex is here, Allison's here, Angela, Austin, Brooklyn, Brian's not here. Chris is here, Crystal is not. Evelyn, Foxy, Isaiah, Isaias is not. Jackson, Jacob, Jeff, Jaylee is not. Josh, I saw him. Kaylee. Ooh, Kimon's on time. Good job, Kimon. Lauren. Luigi. Micaiah. Malik. Natalie. Natalia just came in. Nathan. I know where Sean's at. Tremaya. Trevor is not. And Wendy's here. Wendy, I didn't forget about your grades. I need to do those today. If they're not done by today, send me a message. I had a brain fart yesterday. I'm sorry. Alright, so Brian's not here. Crystal's not here. Zay's. Jaylee. Malik. Alright. And Trevor. Okay. Alright. So... Alright, where did we leave off yesterday? So unit conversions. 4 minutes wait. That's weird. Alright. Do you guys remember where we stopped yesterday? I can't quite remember. Everything's blending together. It would help if I turn my lights on. Alright, so one last time, if you guys want to watch on... Oh, come on. If y'all want to watch the live stream on YouTube Live, here's the link. Alright, the unit conversion problem on the study guide. Alright, so Josh, if you go to the if you go to announcements, it's the one that I posted on Monday, I believe. So this is the study guide. Well, this is the announcement that has the study guide in it. Alright, there's Trevor. Trevor in there. Alright, do you see where it's at, Josh? Alright, so Trevor's here. Malik, did he pop in? Nope. Jaylee. Alright, cool. Jaylee's not. Zay's. Nope. And Brian. Okay, cool. No, the study guide is not for a grade. It's literally just to see what you guys know. And it's for y'all's practice. So I would highly recommend that you do it, because when it comes to my tests, they're very similar to my assessment. I mean, my study guides are very similar to my assessments. I don't know how much more obvious I can make that. Okay. So, did we go over the distance and displacement, like the GIF that I made? I believe we did. Okay, cool. Alright, so I think we were just on the unit conversions. I think that was the only thing that was left. Does that sound right? Okay, cool. Alright, Brian's here. I wish Google Meets would like ding when somebody comes in. That would be super useful. Alright. So, when it comes to unit conversions. On the assessment, I'm only going to do the metric system. Okay, so you're not going to have to go as in depth. I apologize about the dog. Can y'all hear? Yeah. That's what we call ghost puppy. So, our little cockatiel, like, just gets a stick up his butt and just starts making a lot of noise, and then I'm assuming that it hurts the dog's ears. So she starts whining. Alright, it sounds like she's done. Alright, so when it comes to the assessment, I'm going to keep it all in the metric system. So that's going to make life a lot easier for you guys, because with the metric system, it's base 10. So all you got to do is move the decimal point. Okay? Everybody keeps coming in late and messing up my flow. Alright. Where's my link? There he is. Alright, so Jaylee, Isais, and Sean. Alright. So those are the ones that are not here. Okay, so when it comes to centimeters into meters, well, I'll start off by doing this. So when it comes to the assessment, everybody's going to have different values. So you'll see that I've got 23 centimeters here. You guys won't see that. All right, you guys will have a different number. So what we're going to do is I'm going to, if you guys haven't written these down, I would highly recommend that you do. I will post this, by the way. And let me see what else I've got. The topics. Yeah, I'll post these things. I keep forgetting to do that. I apologize. Alright, so unit conversions. So we have 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Okay. So those are the main ones that you're going to need. Alright, so unit conversions. I don't know why that is there. Alright, so I'm hoping that these unit conversions look familiar. Okay. So, that being said, with the problem that we're given, we have 23 centimeters, and we're trying to convert that into meters. Okay? So the very first thing that we do is we write down our problem statement. So 23 centimeters, and I want to go to however many meters that is. So after I write down my problem statement, I want to find a conversion factor that goes between centimeters and meters. I want to find a relationship or a conversion factor that has centimeters and meters in it. And luckily, we've got that one right here. So we're only going to need one conversion factor. And I'm going to do that in purple. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Okay. So after we figure out what our conversion factor is, we then start setting up our problem. So I'm going to try to be consistent with the colors. So we have 23, and then since we have one conversion factor, I have one scaffold. Turn off PC unit. Alright, so we have centimeters. And if I want to get rid of centimeters, I have to have centimeters down at the bottom, which means that I have to have meters on top. So we're getting that from the conversion factor. So I have the centimeter down here, so that means that whatever is on top must be on the other side of the equal sign. Then I fill in the values, and I know this might seem mundane for most people, but I just want to cover all my bases. Alright, so I just match up the value with the unit like it is in the conversion factor. Alright, and the next thing that I like to do is I like to separate my units and my values. So I'm going to put values over here, and this is just a way to triple check to make sure that my units cancel out properly. And if my units cancel properly after this, that means that my numbers are set up in the proper way. So I take the 23, I take the 1, and I take the 100. And then I'm going to take the centimeter, the meter, and the centimeter. Come on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, so the centimeter and the centimeter cancel. So that means that I'm only left with the meter, which is the unit that I'm asked to find. Okay? So because this checks out, I can now move on and deal with my values. Now, because this is only the metric system, I'm showing you guys the long way, the proper way to do it. If we were switching systems or if it was something that was a little bit more complicated. But this will work every single time. The short way of moving the decimal points will not work every time, especially if you're switching measurement systems like imperial into metric. But this will work every single time. So multiplying a value by 1 doesn't do anything, so I can just get rid of the 1. So it's going to be 23 divided by 100. So the value that I get is going to be 0.23, and that's going to have units of meters. Does that make sense? So 0.23. Wrong mouse. Put 0. Oh, come on. 0.23 meters. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys the proper way to do it first, but now I'm going to kind of show you the shortcuts. Alright. So in this case, I've got 123.82. Sorry. Should have had this set up before, but I didn't. So we've got 123.84 centimeters, and I want to go to millimeters. All right. So if I go back here and I look at my conversion factors, there's one more that I forgot to put on here. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. Okay. So these are the ones that you should know. So if we go over here, my conversion factor is going to be 1 centimeter equals 10. That's a weird looking one. 10 millimeters. Okay. So, if you guys remember, if I go from a big number, or let's do a different color for this. Hoping the green shows up fine. Yeah. So if I go from a big number to a small number, what happens to my value? Does it go up or down? What happens to the magnitude of my the value that I'm given? Anybody want to unmute and let me know? Yeah, so if I'm going from a big unit, or I should say unit, actually. I'm sorry if you guys are writing this down. I try not to mess up, but I'm only human. Alright, so if I'm going from a big unit to a small unit, my value, the magnitude of what I'm given, so in this case it's going to be the 123.84, that value will be going up. Okay? So my value will increase in the event that I go from a big unit to a small unit. Okay? Now, if I go from a small unit to a big unit, logic would dictate that it would do the opposite, right? I'm trying to be consistent. So now I'm going to say so small unit to a bigger unit, my value will obviously decrease. Cool? So in the event that we've got here, centimeter into meter, and just for reference, we have millimeter, and then it goes to centimeter, then meter, then kilometer. So this is the order from small to big. Okay. Oh. There we go. Alright. So since I'm going from centimeter to meter, or sorry, millimeter, I'm going to make my value, going from a big unit to a small unit, my value is going to go up. So in that case, I need to move the decimal to the left or the right to make my 123 bigger or smaller. Do I go that direction or do I go that direction to make it bigger? Anybody? Yeah, so I'm going to be going to the right because that's going to make it bigger. Every time that I make the jump to the right, my value is going to increase in value. My value. You know what I mean? Okay. So that being said, I took up a lot of space there. So I have the 123.84, and then I'm going to move the decimal to the right, but by how many? And this is where you figure out how many times you need to move it. So I look at my conversion factor, And I have 1 centimeter, and that's equal to 10 millimeters. So one of the little tricks you can do is I can look at how many zeros this has, and that's how many times I need to move the decimal. Cool. So I need to move the decimal to the right 1 time. So it'll be right here. And that would result in us getting an answer of 1,238.4 millimeters. Is there any confusion with that? It's 1,238. Point. Oh, let's say 4. It should be a 2. Nobody caught that? This is why you write down. Right now we're just finishing up the study guide that we started yesterday. This is our second unit conversion problem. So it should be 0.2. But I need to get you in for attendance real quick. All right, last call for attendance. Jaylee, did you pop in yet? Are you here? If you're here, unmute and say yes. All right. So in this case, I have a small unit, and I'm going to a larger unit. So in that situation, so I've got 1,338. Meters, and I want to go to kilometers. So I'm going from a small unit to a big unit, and if I look back here, small unit to a big unit, my value is going to go down. So in that event, I need to move my decimal to the, for you guys, it's going to be over here, to the left. Okay, because I think that's what's going to happen to make my decimal point's right there. So in order to make my unit smaller, my value smaller, I need to move in this direction to make my value smaller. Okay, so the conversion factor between meter and kilometer, I'm going to do that over here. 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So I know that I need to go to the left, and the quick trick to do this is I look at how many zeros are in my conversion factor. That's why we like the metric system, because it's nice and easy. There's Jaylee. Make sure you guys are filling out the attendance form. I know some of you guys may have been neglecting to do that, but it's a way for me to double check to make sure that you're here. And that should be like out of habit. Every day when you come into my class, when you're waiting for class to start, while I'm doing attendance, you should be doing the attendance Google form. Okay. So I've got 3 zeros here, so that means I need to make my jump 3 times to the left. So it's gonna be 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jumps. So that results with a value of 1.338 kilometers. So you see how much quicker it's getting? So 1.338. And notice that I kind of helped out. Oh, stop doing that. I kind of gave you guys a hint that I should have 3 decimal points, and if you look, I've got 3 decimal points here. So Applewhite's kind of throwing you a bone. So 1.338 kilometers. So this should be pretty easy for you guys. Is anybody having any issues? Anybody getting confused at all? Anybody need any kind of clarification or anything? I'm taking your silence as no. Everybody's good. Alright. So 7.6 or 7.269. That's going to be meters into millimeters. All right. So I'm going from a big unit to a small unit. Going from big to small. So that means that my value is going to go up. And if it's going up, I need to go in the direction of right. I need to go to the right in order to make my 7.269 a larger value. My conversion factor between meter and millimeter, for every 1 meter I have, that is composed of, or comprised of, or made up of 1,000 millimeters. So, since we already know that I need to go to the right, and if I look at my conversion factor, I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. So I need to make 3 jumps. So I start where my decimal point is. 1, 2, 3. So I end up with a value of 7,269 millimeters. And when you're inputting it into the Canvas quiz, don't put the comma in there. So, without writing anything down, let's see if we can kind of remember this. So my decimal point, see if we can try to do this in our head. My decimal point is here right after the 9. For this part of the test, we have a chart with conversion. So you guys are allowed to have a formula sheet. Okay. I would all you're gonna have to need, or the only conversion factors that's gonna be. This is what you need. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words this morning. So what you guys can do, now my tests are not open book or open notes. Like when it comes to the assessments, like whenever we get back into the classroom, you guys will see, you'll feel a different kind of vibe from me when it comes to like assessment days. I take assessments very, very seriously. It's just something that's been ingrained in me. Like when I was at VMI, like a cadet will not lie, cheat, steal, no tolerate those who do. So I take cheating very seriously. But when it's something like this, where I have very little control over what you guys do, it's on the honor system. And I feel like I've built up enough, we have the right kind of relationship, like between me and you guys, that I'm hoping that you guys would feel bad about cheating. And if you have to cheat for my test, like it's obvious that you don't know the material and that you haven't done your work. Okay. I design it so if you understand what's going on, you will do well. I digress. So these are the unit conversions that you'll need for the assessment. Okay, you won't need anything else for my assessment that you're going to take on Friday. Okay. I mean, we can take it tomorrow if you guys would prefer. I may actually split it up because of, well, we'll talk about that later. Does that answer your question, Alex? All right, cool. All right. So we have millimeter into centimeter. For every 10 millimeters that I have, that's going to equal 1 centimeter. So I need to take the decimal point that's over here, and since I'm going from a small unit to a big unit, my value is going to get smaller, and since the conversion factor is only 1, 0, so we're talking about this one here, that's the centimeter and millimeter. Since there's only 1 0 in my conversion factor, I need to move it 1 time. And since I'm going from a small unit to a larger unit, I need to go to the left. So Josh is correct. It is going to be a 72.9 centimeters. And I think we might have time. Yeah, so we have 2 more. And we should have enough time to do that. To number 11. Alright, so when it comes to millimeter and meter, for every 1 meter, let me do a different color. For every 1 meter, I have 1,000 millimeters. Okay. So there's 3 zeros. 3 zeros right there. And I'm going from millimeter into meter. So I'm going from small to big. So that means I need to move my decimal point to the left. My decimal point is right here after the 3. And I need to make 3 jumps because there's 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to end up... Why do you keep doing that? I swear. So it's going to be 77.103. And then this is the last unit conversion problem. So meter into centimeter. So there's 100 centimeters in every meter. I'm going from big to small this time. So I'm going to have a bigger value at the end of this conversion. So I need to go to the right. And the conversion from meter into centimeter, it's going to be right here. So meter and centimeter. So there's 2 zeros in that conversion factor, so I need to move twice, and I need to move it to the right. So I'm going to end up with 13,138 centimeters. Cool. So that's the unit conversion problems. And I believe that we covered everything else last class. Like we got down to my little dude down here. Was it a lot smoother for y'all that actually did the study guide on your own? Was it smooth when y'all saw it? Anybody? I can check to see who actually did it. And if I have to, I'll make it a participation grid. At least going through the study guide once. Should I do that? Should I make it a participation grade? To make sure that everybody does the study guide? Actually, I think that would be not a bad thing to do. How about I make it 10-point formative? And it'd be due by Um, oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Do you guys want to take the assessment tomorrow, or do you want to take it on Friday? Because we have such a short time. The study guide is all. No, the study guide is just the thing that's highlighted. Let me go back to the announcements. The study guide is just this part here. Just this. Okay, so this is the thing that I'm talking about. This is all the material that it's just supplemental material. So if you need to go back and review different stuff, the assessment is summative, yes. If you need to go back and review stuff, this is all stuff that's already been in our the modules and all that kind of jazz. But this, I just kind of curated it in one easy to find location. Oh, no. No, you don't have to go through everything. So that's why this is highlighted and hyperlinked. And that's why I said this is a list of material that will be on there. But y'all know what supplemental is, right? It's like, I don't know how to put it into words. Supporting, supporting material. Does that make sense? Or extra resources. I should say material resources. How about that? Or resource material. I don't know. All right. So on that note, can I get real quick? Do you guys want it on? Do you want to take it tomorrow, or do you want to take it on Friday? I get the feeling you guys are gonna probably want to do it Friday. That's what I thought. Okay. So what I'm going to say is on Friday, I need you guys to show up on time because I'm only going to have it open for that class period. All right. And if you miss it for some reason, let me know. Or if you know that you're going to be missing. Because we have such a short amount of time in this class, like we've only got 40 minutes, this should not take you more than 40 minutes to do. Like this whole assessment. Okay. And my assessment's going to be shorter than the study guide. All right. So it took us 2 days to get through the entire thing, but there's going to be like maybe 2 unit conversion problems and maybe a few more conceptual problems. But everything else should be good. All right? So on that note, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.
Mr. Applewhite.
What's that?
So if I do the Ed puzzle video, can you update my grade?
Yes. I've been kind of laxing with that. I don't know why it's messing up. I will update the grades. Last week I had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I should have time today to update grades. Okay. And if it's not, send me a message and be like, "Yo, Applewhite, fix my grade." Okay, I'm not gonna get mad at that.
Okay.
Keep me accountable. All right, no problem. Everybody else good? Nope. Trevor, you popped in. Did I get you? Yeah, I got you. All right. Everybody else all right? Alrighty. All right. You have a good day too. See you guys.